Well, I don't know, is this D-Day, D-Night? Well, here she is, the lady of the hour, the lioness of the Liberal Party. Now, come on, Peta Credlin in Melbourne. Now,
I was going to say, watch out, Tiger. You are in trouble. You are in trouble.
Now, but
you just want my 6 o'clock slot. This is what it's about. You want cocktail hour a little bit earlier in the night. So you want to take over 6 o'clock, push me out the door, and then settle in for a nice meal every night, your favourite sort of watering hole in Sydney.
Now, look, I don't want to put you on the spot, but if tonight the president of the Victorian Liberal Party rang you and said, look, and this is the scene, Mr X has agreed to vacate his seat. We will provide an immediate passage of you into that seat, and I can assure you the party would say there then would be a spill and you would be the only candidate nominated for the leadership of the party. What would you say?
I would say, Mr President, I've had plenty of time in the back rooms of politics, more years than I can remember, and I know that one person does not win elections. And the fundamental issue I think that I have and a lot of Victorian members of the Liberal Party have is that I don't think many in the Parliament believe that they can take on, tackle and beat Daniel Andrews. I think perhaps they are up for Labor.
You did. You went into those press conferences. You went to those press conferences and blindsided him.
But the problem is, Alan, I think the party in Victoria and the members in the Parliament have become a self-fulfilling prophecy of defeat. I mean, they think this guy is the Messiah. They don't think that they can pull him down in any way. They think that he is unassailable. And they're basically sitting there biding their time, waiting for him to depart of his own accord.
But hang on.
And then they think they're going to deal with mere mortals. Now, you know, you and I know if you believe in an issue, there is not one thing, if you believe in it enough, that you can't prosecute with the Australian public. But there's not enough of that in the federal parliament, and there's not enough, certainly, in many of our state
pump the whole party up. All you'd have to do. The Victoria used to be the jewel in the Liberal crown. They're still out there. They're still out there. They just want someone.
I do think the members
to polish the jewel.
Yeah,
they want someone to polish the jewel.
I think the members are pretty fantastic in that they stand out there on the booths and they do all the fundraising. I mean, Victoria is a very grassroots party for the Liberal movement, unlike some other jurisdictions. However, they didn't fight on the gender diversity legislation. They didn't fight on the changes to birth certificates that mean a 16-year-old kid can not tell their parent that today they're a girl and tomorrow they're a boy without any sort of medical assessments. They're not fighting on, well, they did fight on the emergency, state of emergency being extended, but they didn't fight against changes to the Constitution the other day in relation to ban on fracking, onshore fracking for gas in Victoria. But so much they just decide that it's too hard to fight.
That's the problem. That's why I'm talking to you, because as you look down the barrel every night on a magnificent TV program, you could look down the barrel as the new opposition leader and make all of those points, and they'd be cheering in the Liberal headquarters from the rafters, and they'd come in droves and rally behind you. You and I have sat at tables where you said this is when.
Sorry, Alan, I'll let you finish.
Go on.
I was just saying, you and I have also been in the back rooms of politics, and you were there when, after 25 seats, working with Tony Abbott, helped deliver the Liberal Party government. I had knives in my back, long as something that you might cut a loaf of bread with, pushed around by, it's true, pushed around much by some inside the Liberal Party who didn't want to hear a staffer tell them that their cabinet submission wasn't good enough, or they hadn't met their commitments to the electorate, or any of the other stuff that's come out in recent days.
They didn't get their way. Yeah, you and I both had difficult tasks telling people they were hopeless and weren't wanted. They didn't give me the treatment that they gave you, and that most probably is one of the problems we have in contemporary society. So, candidate or not?
My hands are full at the moment. I'm very busy on Sky, and Paul Whittaker, my boss at Sky, is breathing down your neck and mine.
Okay. Great to talk to you. We love you. We love you for what you do, and we hope that you'll continue to do it for many, many years, but perhaps in another forum.
And my mother says the check's in the mail, Ellen Jones.
The check's in the mail. See you Saturday night for a very special night. There she is, Peta Credlin.
Oh, now you're telling everyone my age. But
no,
it's out there in the media now.
No.
We might as well.
We're just having
Look,
a quiet little dinner.
it's better than the alternative.
We're just having
it's better than the alternative.
a quiet little dinner.